there's this phenomenon that happens in all sports, really, especially with it recently most happening in women's basketball, where there's this idea that just because you lost the game doesn't mean you cannot be the MVP or the outstanding player for the series. Like, it's always the best player on the team that won. And that's not always the case, clearly. Like, you think of LeBron in the 2015 finals against the Warriors when the rest of his big three got hurt, and it was just him out there with, like, J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson. And, he was putting up crazy stat lines, over 50 minutes, 40 points, 12 boards, 8 dimes in 46. He had a triple-double in game 2 and 3, 39 points, 16 rebounds, 11 assists. He was absolutely dominant. And obviously, Andre Iguodala won the award for playing defense in LeBron, but LeBron had like the highest stat line in the history of the finals. So that was really interesting. But the most recent example was Caitlin Clark, right? She took over the internet for how well she played in her awesome style of play. It was more fun watching that game than it was any of the Final Four games. I mean, the buzzer beater was cool, but the game overall wasn't that good, the FAU SDSU game. But she captured the nation. And for women's basketball, obviously, we're not getting super sexist here, but, no one really cares about women's basketball in the grand scheme of things compared to men's basketball, right? But you look at the viewers, that was not the case this year. Everyone was watching, right? Why? You had the 38-0 South Carolina team, or whatever they were, 36-0, playing Caitlin Clark, this little white girl running around, throwing up Steph Curry-like threes and just absolutely dominating and talking smack the whole time. Obviously this, which got him in a bit of hot water later. But it was just, she wasn't the outstanding player of the year for that tournament in March Madness, but there's no reason she wasn't. Obviously, there was, Angel Reese played her ass off, and the rest of that team did, and they talked their smack, which, again, I don't have a problem with. The only issue with me in that whole situation, no one's asking, but I'll answer anyway, is just doing it right at the end of the game was annoying. Like, if they did it all game, that'd been awesome. I do appreciate she's leaned into it, and she's gone full heel. Like, when she was doing it the other day at the Raising Cane's thing, she did because the Raising Cane sponsors with Barstool, and Dave Portnoy made a big thing about it, like, classist piece of shit. Even though he was doing it just because he lost a bet, but I digress. That was, it went super viral, got pretty racial pretty quick, as you might expect in today's society. But she's leaned into it. I think she's got an NIL deal out, some merch out where she's doing this and stuff, which I appreciate, just going full heel. Now, it is a bit of a loser culture, you could say, what I'm saying here, that the best player, didn't win, la-di-da-da. But it's not like Jill Biden where she's like, hey, both teams should go to the White House. No. This is the best player was on that team. And I think it should make the team that won even better, right? Because it's about the best team, not the best player. If you're the Warriors, you had the best team that year and you won it all. LSU had the best team. They had like 3 or 4 girls that were good. As soon as Caitlin Clark came out, she had no help and everyone else there was dead, right? So LSU's better for having a good game plan to slow down Caitlin Clark and beat him, right? So I think it almost would be better if you didn't have the best player in the series and still won. It's a testament to your coaching, your scheme, all of the above. Some other examples here. Some other examples they had. Kurt Warner in the Super Bowl 2008 season. He played very well, almost won it. They had that touchdown right at the end of the game with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left to take a 4-point lead. And then, Santonio Holmes and Ben Roethlisberger did their thing and won that one. Some other examples they have was Terry Owens in the 2004 Super Bowl. 9 catches and 122 yards is really good. So, it's great to see for him there. If a receiver, the other team's going that crazy, obviously they should get some help there, especially when it's, a player that's into the ball. Like if it's a quarterback, it's one thing with Warner, but him is different. Barry Bonds, 2002 World Series, really good here. They say right here in the start of the article, he's one of the best players without a ring. It's like the thing. And then you look at Allen Iverson, 2001 Finals. Obviously, he had the viral clip from it. When you think of that Finals, you think of him stepping over Ty Lue. So good for him. And then a few other ones they had here were Chase Utley, 2009 World Series, did a lot there. And then Tim Duncan, Western Conference semifinals. John Sebastian Guerrier, 2003. But yeah, just overall, right? It's just a narrative, like, because I think that could happen this year. Like if if you have a team in there like the Nuggets, they're probably going to give it to Jokic no matter what. But like Giannis could go crazy, and you could see it and make an argument that that should happen. Like another argument that people were maybe potentially trying to make was that Jalen Hurts should have gotten Finals MVP, Super Bowl MVP. I disagree with that just purely because he had that one moment where he just dropped the ball or he had the fumble for the or not fumble, was it fumble? The turnover he had, terrible play, but I ended up them scoring. So I don't know if I would say that, but there's a few times you can go back through history and look at games where it's like this guy dominated, but they lost, right? So I just wanted to quickly do that little point out there, a little faster style video, it's just something on my mind. And now that the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark vitriol has gone down, probably we can get this video out there and that goes nuts. But maybe I should have done it sooner when it was more viral. But I'll probably try to find a way to clickbait the title there. But if there's any other examples you can think of, let me know down below. I know LeBron was in half of these. So I guess another one you can think of maybe is Finals MVP in the bubble when Jimmy Butler was going crazy. The whole team was injured. It was just him. Obviously, he was doing God's work on and off the court. If you get that joke, shout out you. Yeah, so that's just all I got for this video. So let me know again down below if you got any suggestions or things I missed. But please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.